Welcome to the Galactic Mayan Weather Report. So I'm coming to you today at the second day of the Red Earth Wavespell. So normally these weather reports come out on the first day, but yesterday I came out here to do the report, and time again, every time I was halfway through the report, something would happen. You know, the phone would shut off, or the tripod device I had would fall down, or there was just constant errors. And as I was going through this, I was feeling this pressure of, you know, you got to do this. You know, this is the first of every wave spell. It's my job. It's what I'm dedicated to doing. It's my commitment to get these weather reports out on the first day. And mentally, I was really struggling with this. I was getting frustrated, and the more frustrated I got, the more I tried to get it to work, the more it failed. And then I realized the incredible irony. We have just begun the 13 days of the Red Earth Wavespell. This wavespell is all about learning to navigate our evolution through synchronicity. So it's essentially about learning how to slow down and pay attention to every here and now moment to find our navigation, to find our direction for our next step. So the Red Earth Wavespell is about letting go of where we think we're going and how we're going to get there, and stop trying to use the brain to intellectually create the most efficient direct path there, and trust that there is a higher divine force, a galactic ordering dynamic that is ordering and organizing all of the forces, all of the different humans, animals, people, plants, everything in existence. That's G-O-D, God. Galactic ordering dynamic, God. There is a God force in this existence. Now, what you want to call it, you know, the story you want to put around it, you know, that's where we have religions and all these different things that come up. But at its purest place, when we move beyond the stories of spirituality, the stories of religion, the stories of science and all the rest, you can feel it. It's observable. It's measurable. Synchronicity, often known out there in the wide world as coincidence, happenstance, it's a phenomenon that was first termed synchronicity by Carl Jung many years ago. It's a phenomenon that many people acknowledge in all professions, all streams around. They go, oh wow, I was just thinking of you and you called. Oh wow, this is just what I needed right now. And also synchronicity doesn't just work in good things, it also works in bad things. Because what is synchronicity? Synchronicity, it's the art of synchronization. It's the act of synchronization, the outcomes, the byproduct of synchronization. And what is synchronization? Synchronization is a mechanical term. You know, if you have two cogs in a machine, you want those cogs, those gears that are turning, much like the cycles of the Mayan counts. These cycles, they turn. Now, if you do not synchronize your gears and you try putting them together, what happens? And you break gears, teeth off your gears, and it burns out the motor and creates strain and tension. That's what happens when we're not synchronized. So when you are synchronized, and this is what they need to do in cars and gearboxes, etc., you need to synchronize your gears so that the cogs fit together, so that the teeth come in and they complement each other and empower each other and move each other. And the byproduct is a very complex organism of a motor or a machine or any kind of thing that has these cogs help create a really beautiful, complex, you know, creation, tapestry of cause and effect. But we need to be synchronized. And so when we look at this Red Earth Wavespell, you know, that started yesterday, and here I am trying to do this weather report, I was not synchronizing with the weather report. I was not synchronizing. I was not in the right place to bring through that weather report in that moment. And it wasn't even the moment, because instead, it was like I was being synchronized with these challenging aspects, the camera falling down and shutting off and all these things, because that really drove home the message of the red Earth Wavespell for me. Which means that now I stand here, because of the perfection of that experience, I'm able to bring to you on the second day the white lunar mirror, which is all about reflection, to look at the challenges so we can move through them and allow them, and really share something even deeper with you. So during this red Earth Wavespell, you're going to be challenged to trust in synchronicity. Trust that there is a galactic ordering dynamic that is synchronizing you with the parts of life that you are resonating with, that will give you the alchemy you need to take the next step. Pay attention to what turns up in your life, around you, in your friends and family, your workplace, good and bad. Have a look and see what are you synchronizing with? You know, what synchronicities are showing up? You know, where are you in tune? You know, and that's usually synchronicity is a good sign that you're on the right track when you notice these things, like you see the 111s or the 555s, the numbers on the time, or you know, you suddenly just have this, I'd love to talk to that person because that's a good idea. The next thing you know, they're calling you on the phone. That's a really good sign that you are synchronizing with co-creators in your reality to bring forth something. Now, if you get stuck in this old kind of paradigm idea that efficiency is created by the mind through logical progression, then you'll be trapped, because that is only half of the story. True efficiency comes from heart intelligence that is connected through this great transmitter into a worldwide biological internet. So the way synchronicity kind of comes about from my perspective is that Pierre Chardin termed this collective mental field of energy that surrounds the Earth, the planet. He termed it the noosphere. So this noosphere is a collective mind around the planet. And all of us are like little fractal fingertips of this collective mind, with this illusion that we are separate. But when we get into that zone, become heart-centered, when we are in flow, you know, the flow state that everyone talks about these days, when you are in the flow state, you're operating from the heart, your mind is of service to the heart, and it can tap in, like your computer or your mobile phone is tapping into the internet to receive this message. We can tap in every moment of our lives by connecting into our heart, by slowing down and breathing, becoming present in this moment to witness and receive our navigation, by tapping in to the collective noosphere, the collective mental field, which is the real internet, and receive the information that is precise for where we are at right now. And when we tap in, we also begin to connect to others who are on the same wavelength. And then life begins to synchronize, create happenstance that brings those right creators together in experience without effort. Easy is good. When we are pushing for efficiency, when we are pushing hard, then the message in this wavespell is slow down, breathe, and check yourself. Are you really centered here and present? What is the intention that is forcing you to feel like you need to get this efficiency right now? Is it coming from love, or is it coming from fear? And yesterday, when I was out here trying to get this weather report done, I was under pressure, there was stress, and I was coming from a place of fear. I was coming from a place of obligation, of that I have to do this, this is my service. Yet in doing so, I was actually slowing it down. I was getting in my own way. I was getting in the way of the galactic ordering dynamic that wanted me to go through that experience so that I could deliver a deeper message than I had in that moment. But my mind was judging it, thinking I was being inefficient. I was not getting, I was screwing it up. And that's the catch with this red Earth Wavespell. Really have a look, because when you use your mind and you get a vision, right? We all have a taste of where we're going. But one of the most torturous things of being human in this time, this day and age, is that Your heart feels where we're going. We are so close. You can smell the freedom. You can smell the liberation of the human spirit, the passion, the fire. That's why you come to these weather reports. That's why you do all the other work that you do and everything that you do in your life. Because you can taste it and you want to take actions to try and get yourself there and help the process of getting there. Now, the torture comes from when we can taste. We are so close to this liberation, this new way of being, this time is art kind of spectrum we are moving towards. But the mind cannot see the logical, efficient progression that's going to get us there quickly. The mind fries out trying to work it out and says, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. And ironically creates the very energy that fuels the separation that stops us from being there now. True efficiency comes from navigating evolution through synchronicity. And if you want evidence for that, then right now I am surrounded by it. Just look beyond my shoulders. Everything here. Look at it. It's the most exquisite artwork. Did anyone make it? Was it forced? Was it pushed? It was created over time. And it is perfection. Nature is perfection. Nature is the most efficient and incredible machine ever created. And if you want to learn about efficiency, slow down and go spend some time out in nature. Look at how the ants and how the insects and how the animals all work together, how they synchronize and create harmony, how the plants work together. And there is a shadow side within these darkness, within these beautiful, landscapes. There's death and suffering and all these things that happens. Animals kill each other and there's rotting things and there's birth of new things. The light and the dark thrive together in harmony and they synchronize. Because they don't have this egoic mind that we have, that thinks that we're human, that we are separate from nature, that it is our job to fix it. You are a product of nature. You are the product of Pachamama, of this earth. That she has created together with us as her children, an environment that we're in now. And together we will find our way through. These intense times of destruction and separation, etc., are perfect. They are an essential part of the evolution of human consciousness to move out of an old paradigm of time is money into a new paradigm of time is art. And time is art is when we begin to work with the time and space around us through the heart and not through the mind. So in this 13 days, pay close attention to the signs. There's a message in everything around you. And I look forward to seeing you mid-Wavespell. So much love in Lakesh.